get that off there. All right. Hey, Davey. There's Mike, Jersey Mike. Hi, Amy, Laura, Mark. Hey, everybody's coming in now. I'm just sitting here waiting for some good news here in a little bit. I know, Mike. Yeah, my upload speed on my internet's not very good. I think that's all the better I can make the picture. But yeah, I'm sitting here waiting for some good news. I'm about to become an uncle for the fourth time. My little brother and his wife are getting ready to have their second son. So hopefully everything goes good for them tonight. But I wanted to show you guys something. I was out helping my neighbor with some firewood today, and whenever I went to deliver a bucket full of firewood to him, he ran into his house and pulled out a picture, and I wanted to share it with you guys if I can get it to come up. I tried this before and it worked. I hope it works. Okay, let's see if it pops up on your screen. There we go. Yeah, he gave me this picture to look at, and I took a picture of it. So hopefully you can see it here. This is the farm. We're guessing, I don't know, late 50s, early 60s. But there's a lot of things in this picture that are not here anymore. And I'm going to try to zoom in here. Show you. Here we go. First off, look at that. You see this old car in here? That's a garage that used to sit across the road. There's a garage there. And well, first off, let me explain. I don't own that anymore. Everything you see here, let me back up. Everything in this picture is the farm, and we even have more down here at the bottom. But right here, across the road, this 1 acre over here, that was sold. And I have a neighbor over there. So these two buildings right here, well, and here, they are not there anymore. There is a house over there. You've probably seen it in the videos. But yeah, so I just wanted to explain that before I go any further. So yeah, there was a garage there. I don't know what this building was, but this building here, this is where our mailboxes are now. I was told this used to be a sawmill. And so what I'm guessing is this was a sawmill that was used for the barn, wood, and the house. I wish they hadn't torn that down. That would have been neat to have. But over here, here's the barn, and I'm guessing this is right after it was rebuilt. I was told the barn burned down back in the 50s. So here you can see this is new wood here. So this is where they rebuilt it. And then they have all this pasture. And right here is what really surprises me. This is our hillside here along the road, and this is just covered with trees now. This was all field at one time, and now this is just completely covered with trees. So going back over to the house, here's the old house with the big trees. Now our beautiful maple tree here in the side yard, it's not even here. What we have here, it looks like one of these, I'm guessing, is an outhouse, and then a little shed. And if you zoom in, let me zoom in just a little bit more. There's a horse standing there. Yeah, I would like to have this picture blown up. I'm going to figure out a way to do it. But look how close the fence came to the actual house. That really surprised me when I first seen it. The pasture came right up to the side porch there. And then let me back out. The super neat thing I thought about this picture was I heard about the original log house, but I didn't think I would ever see a picture of it. So here's where the root cellar is. It's behind this tree. You can't see it. So no, that's the maple tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's where I got my bearings wrong. That's the maple tree. Here's a root cellar. And right here are the remains of the original log house. That's where the chicken coop is right now. Which I just thought that was neat that there is a picture that still shows the foundation of the log house. So that's where the chicken coop is now. And here is my woodshed. You've seen it before, and it's in a lot better shape back then. And then let me back up a little bit. Going across the road, you can see the pasture. This was all part of the farm up on top of the hill, and going back this road a long ways on both sides of the road was part of the farm back then. I'm guessing back then the farm was probably close to 80 or 90 acres, I'd say, back then. Sorry I haven't been able to see the comments. I had this picture up. Yeah, they didn't care about the lawns back then because that was more pasture ground. And right here in this field, across from the barn, this was corn, which that would be nice to do that again. But just looking at, let me back up here. Just looking at the place now, I don't have a picture on here of what it looks like now, but this whole hillside here, all the way down through here, is just all trees and grown up. And then there's trees growing up on this hillside here. And mostly that happens because of, slips and stuff that you can't mow up there. Of course, they had animals eating all that down back then. Yeah, it is. It is, Laura. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting for him to pull that out of his old house, which he lives around down this road and around the hillside, and he lived on this farm around this area his whole life. So he knew a little bit about this place. Yeah, thanks, Jake. Hit the thumbs up if you can. That'll help spread the video. Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. I know Kelsey's looking for goats one day, Mike. But yeah, I just thought that was neat. And then it even had a picture of a horse there in the side yard, or a donkey, whatever it is. I don't know. To me, that looks like a horse. I don't know. There won't be any horses on this farm. I can tell you that. I don't have the money for them. But one thing I did notice is this window right here, which is our kitchen. This window was only half that length whenever I switched them out. I replaced it with two windows here. This window, whenever I tore off the siding, I knew there was a window there at one time, but there is not a window there now. So that is neat to see that picture and to know that, yeah, I was right. There used to be a window there. That's pretty neat. Was there something in the pen by the sawmill? Let's check it out. I didn't notice the car over there in the garage till Kelsey said something. Let's see. No, I don't think there's anything there, Laura. I know now they have like uh, a little shed with a roof on it built off the front of the barn. I'm guessing they had pigs there at one time, but that's not even in this picture. That's something else I'm going to do a video of. You can't see it in this picture, but there is a cistern right about here, and it's fed from the gutters on this barn. See how the gutters come down? They go straight into the ground, into the cistern, and I'm going to do a video on that because that's how I'm going to get water inside the barn, because it is a huge cistern. You can sense it was a simpler time, Mike. Those are the good old days. I tell Kelsey that all the time. I was born in the wrong decade or century or whatever. I really think I would have had a good time back in these days. But yeah, I'm going to do a video on the cistern getting water because, like I said, this all through here and back up this way was part of the original farm. Well, there's a log house sitting up on top of this hill now. Long story short, the log house had access to the barn at one time. So whenever they built the house, they ran a water line from their water meter to the barn. And to this day, the water that is in the basement of my barn comes from that log house. And I have never used it, especially when I found out where it was coming from. So I told my new neighbor who just moved in there, I said, I will never use that. You can do whatever you want with the water line going to the barn. I am going to run a water line from this cistern that sits right here and run some piping inside the barn. And then whenever we get pigs, I'll have a way to water the pigs. When they built. So nice one. Yeah. Oh, yes. Everything was built solid. This, the house, just like those, whenever you tear off the siding and you find those diagonal boards, those are thick boards, and that's on the exterior of the house. And it's just the 2x4s are actual 2x4s. Everything about these old houses are solid, as long as the termites don't get to them, which I haven't found any sign of termite damage yet. Knock on wood. So, yeah, I didn't know how to do a video on this, so I thought I would just go live and show you this picture. I was just so excited whenever he brought that out of the house and showed it to me. He had talked about it, but he never offered to get it for me. So whenever I dropped off that load of firewood for him, he went in the house and brought that out. And I told him Kelsey's going to be excited, and I couldn't wait to share it with all of you guys. Yes, I really wish this sawmill was still here. He didn't know what this building was, and I don't know. It might just be another shed just to store equipment, maybe, or a tractor or something. And I was also told at one time there was a big potato patch over here. Oh, hi, Travis. Say hello to your wife and kids from me and Kelsey. I was telling everybody we're waiting to be uncle and aunt again. My little brother's getting ready to have another son. I do too, Laura, because history is important. A lot of people don't care about history anymore, but I like that old stuff. Hi, Maura. We're just showing a picture of the farm back in we're guessing late 50s, early 60s. I had found one online from the 70s, but all these buildings here weren't there in that picture. This building was still there. None of these, other than my woodshed, were in that picture. But like I was telling everybody, this is the original log house foundation. And I didn't think we'd ever see a picture of that. One of the oldest houses on the map in Belmont County. Well, that's neat. Yeah, see, there's all kinds of history, and it's nice to have the story behind, especially your own property. Because Kelsey and I, we're not from this area down this way, so learning more and more about this property is just really neat to us. Well, thanks, Nicole. Yeah, we thought so too. We were so excited to get this picture. But yeah, I was down here today, and this field had grown up and it was real thick with brush. And I was told there was a road going down in here. And this is the park's property down here. Well, my neighbor's got permission to cut firewood back on the park property. He said, "There's a road down there. It'd really help me if I can get back there." So I told him, I said, "Yeah, you can come down my field. I'll get this cleared out." Oh, I found that road today. And there's some trees and stuff in the way. I'm going to have to cut them out of the way, but I got all the brush cut out of the way. So hopefully that'll help him out. He's a good neighbor, and I try to help him out if I can. So yeah, 103 years old is how old the house is. This house here. Now this log house over here, I have no idea. And I don't know if anybody could tell me that around here. Because that is the original log house, and that's where the chicken coop sits today. And there's like no evidence that there was ever a house there, which is really, really something. You'd think you'd see some type of evidence. So probably if I got digging around, I'd find something. And then here's the woodshed. That's the last building out of all these still standing. Actually, the last building out of all these and these, the barn and the woodshed, which is, this is the oldest building then, because this barn was rebuilt. This woodshed's probably older than our house.
Oh yeah.
Yep. If you can find nails from it with a metal detector. Well, we'll have to try that. Yeah, like a square head. That's probably a really old nail. You sent us a couple of those, I think, Laura.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
We'll have to get that metal detector and try.
Yeah, we'll have to try that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this picture and point out some things that we noticed. Like I said, this was like finding gold today. Kelsey was so excited. She just stared at it, and it's amazing how things change, but at the same time, some things are still the same. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. I won't keep you any longer, but coming up, we're going to be butchering chickens again. I got a new way to do that, to take the feathers off. It's going to make things easier, I think. And then I got some trail work to do. And of course, the living room, which it's coming along, been working on that. And so if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and you can keep up with the channel. So I hope you enjoyed looking at that picture. We really like that stuff. I hope somebody else comes along and gives us another picture or a little bit more history about the picture that we got. That'd be pretty neat. So yeah.
Jake wants to know if you've been hunting.
No, I haven't, Jake. I'm waiting for it to get cold, because I'm not gonna. I've wasted too much time in the woods, hunting when I should be doing something else. And then I get so far behind, so I'm gonna wait for that perfect day. And if I can get something, I'll get a video on that. So, All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Everybody, appreciate you all watching and hope you all have a good night. We'll see you later.